A brand new Cavalcade, Disney World airport train info, a Thin Mint donut, and your family picture in front of the castle could be preserved in the Smithsonian. All the latest Disney news you need to know is coming up right now. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. We've got another full week of Disney news for you, including some new discounts and deals for your next trip, more Valentine snacks you'll want to grab before the month is out, and more 50th merchandise you need to know about. All right, we've got the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. It was announced at Destination D23 last year as the biggest character cavalcade yet, with almost 30 characters, and it's using an updated version of the song Vamos from the Move It, Shake It, Dance and Play It Street Party. The cavalcade debuted yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. This one begins with Miguel from Coco, Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, and Woody and Jessie from Toy Story. Then come the princesses. We've got Merida, Elena, Moana, and Pocahontas and Mulan. Moana is on the very top, waving to the crowd, and Merida is greeting people down below. Pocahontas and Mulan are on the back, and we love getting to see characters that aren't out very often. After the princesses, then comes Meeko from Pocahontas, Turk from Tarzan, and Baloo and King Louie from the Jungle Book. Oh, and Timon from The Lion King is with them too. And they're followed by Jasmine, Aladdin, and Genie. But wait, there's more. Next to come on the cavalcade are Nick and Judy from Zootopia, Clarabelle Cow, and Jose and Panchito. Then comes Marie, Stitch, and Max Goof, who are a pretty random group, but we still love it. Finally, the cavalcade ends with Mary Poppins and Bert. Right now, the showings are 11:15, 2:15, 4:05, and 5:50, but these times are subject to change, so make sure to check the show times on My Disney Experience for the day you're visiting Magic Kingdom. That's all for the new Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade, but it is super fun. Now, is 2022 going to be a big year for Disney? Well, it seems like the answer is yes. We already know about some of the more important things taking place this year, including D23 Expo, the Star Wars Hotel, Guardians of the Galaxy coaster, and more. But things are also looking interesting from a financial perspective. Disney released its earnings report for the first quarter of fiscal year 2022. That quarter started back in the fall of 2021 and ended on January 1st, 2022. Now, when it comes to the parks, Disney's seen some tremendous growth in this past quarter as compared to the same quarter during the previous year. Current Disney CEO Bob Chapek said the parks achieved all-time revenue and operating income records during the past quarter. In fact, Chapek shared it was the second best quarter of all time. During the first quarter of fiscal year 2022, the revenues for Disney parks, experiences, and products increased to $7.2 billion compared to $3.6 billion in the prior year quarter, meaning the same quarter of the previous year. So that's double the revenue in terms of a comparison. According to Chapek, Disney has had a strong start to fiscal year 2022. He noted we've had a very strong start to the fiscal year with a significant rise in earnings per share, record revenue and operating income at our domestic parks and resorts, the launch of a new franchise with Encanto, and a significant increase in total subscriptions across our streaming portfolio. If you want to know more about Disney's latest earnings call, head to our website at disneyfoodblog.com for all the details. Now, we all have our bad days, right? Well, so does Disney World, and yesterday was one of them. Yesterday at Magic Kingdom, all three mountains were closed: Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, and Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain's been under refurbishment since early January and was supposed to reopen yesterday, but the return was delayed. The attraction was seen testing throughout the morning, although cast members reported that at the time it was not ready for guests quite yet. At one point, they told us they were still hoping it would open sometime during the day. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad was open in the morning, and it had a pretty long wait. Since its neighbor Splash was closed, many guests went to that ride when they found out about Splash Mountain's closure. Then later in the day, it also went down. And Space Mountain was down since the morning. It was a rough day for MK, y'all. This is just a reminder that these things can happen while you're on vacation, and Disney works hard to get things back up and running as soon as possible, but anything can happen. This is also a reminder to be nice to cast members. Please don't yell at them. It's not their fault. They're doing everything they can to make sure you still have a great vacation. As for the status of Splash Mountain, follow us on social media at Disney Food Blog for all the updates. Universal Orlando will no longer require face masks for fully vaccinated guests, according to WKMG. This policy goes into effect starting today, Saturday, February 12th. Universal said in a release that guests will not have to wear masks indoors or outdoors if they are fully vaccinated. Universal Orlando had brought back masks on Christmas Eve due to the Omicron variant of COVID-19. People visiting Universal Orlando who are not fully vaccinated are encouraged to wear face coverings while indoors. Another change is that Universal Orlando team members who are fully vaccinated will no longer be required to wear a mask on stage or backstage, indoors or outdoors. Unvaccinated team members will still be required to wear a mask at all times while on property. As of this writing, Disney World is still requiring masks indoors for all guests and cast members, but we'll be on the lookout if anything changes, and we'll let you know. And we got another place to buy lightsabers. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios has several locations where you can purchase your lightsaber. You can find replicas of lightsabers that belong to famous Jedi or Sith at Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, or you can create your own at Savi's workshop. But now there's a new location where you can find these classic weapons. You don't even have to go to Galaxy's Edge to get a replica lightsaber now, because we spotted some at a gift shop on the other side of Hollywood Studios. Keystone Clothiers has a lot of Star Wars and Marvel merchandise, including figures, costumes, and toy weapons, but on a recent visit, we spotted a new addition. Some Jedi and Sith sabers were on display behind the counter. When we asked the cast member about it, they informed us you can now buy a few of the replica lightsabers that are usually found over at Doc Ondar's at this location as well. The lightsabers of Luke, Darth Vader, and Mace Windu were available here when we stopped by. So even if you're not heading to the Star Wars themed land, you can still grab a saber during your Hollywood Studios trip. The newest store in Disney Springs is now open, Kendra Scott. Kendra Scott is where you can find everything from rings to earrings to bracelets and more. You'll be able to make custom jewelry at this location as well. You get to choose the style of jewelry you want, the metal and the stone. The stones come in quite a few shapes and colors, so you can make jewelry that fits your own personal style. There's also an engraving area, which is not available at all Kendra Scott stores, only flagship locations. And that's not all. The Disney Springs location will be working with Inheritance of Hope, a nonprofit organization that helps families with parents who have terminal diagnoses, and a percentage of all purchases will be donated. And we received a very sweet gift at this opening event, which included a necklace and a Welcome Kendra cookie that looks really delicious. And we can't forget the complimentary champagne either. Thank you so much for letting us come to your opening. If you're wondering what's going on with that train that's supposed to take people from Orlando International Airport to Disney World, well, we got a big update. This week, Brightline shared that their first train has arrived in Orlando. This train has now arrived at Brightline's vehicle maintenance facility, which is located south of MCO Airport. This is actually a huge occasion since it's the first Brightline train to arrive in Orlando. This one, called Bright Blue 2, is a 6-car train consisting of 2 locomotives and 4 passenger coaches. It traveled from Sacramento across 10 states and around 3,000 miles to make it to Florida. The Executive Vice President of Development and Construction for Brightline said to see Bright Blue 2 drive into the vehicle maintenance facility site was emotional for all of us and represents a monumental moment for Central Florida and for the entire state as we move closer to connecting our state with high-speed passenger rail. Currently, Brightline has indicated that the Orlando extension project is 70% complete. It's expected to be completely complete in late 2022 and start carrying passengers in 2023. Now, that is specifically the extension on the line from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach to Orlando. A separate matter is the connection from the Orlando airport to Disney World. According to an article from the Orlando Sentinel from back in early 2021, passenger service from the airport to Disney Springs Station was slated to start in 5 years. That means guests may not be able to ride on those trains until 2026, at least not if you want to get between Disney Springs and the airport. So it seems it'll still be quite some time before the train takes guests to Disney World, but this still marks a big milestone for the train overall. We're going to keep an eye out for more updates and share those with you. All right, we've got some Disneyland ride closures to tell you about. If you got a Disneyland trip on the calendar soon, we've got more rides to add to their refurbishment list. We've already told you about the Disneyland monorail closing on Monday, February 14, and as of today, we don't have a reopening date for the monorail. We also want to remind you of the Matterhorn bobsleds, which I just literally said as Batterhorn bobsleds because that ride is very, very painful sometimes. It does throw you around quite a bit, but they will be closed from February 28th to March 4th for a temporary refurbishment. We've just recently learned that another classic attraction, Pirates of the Caribbean, is scheduled to close for refurbishment starting on March 14th. Looks like it'll be down at least until March 24th, which is as far out as the Disneyland calendar currently runs. Indiana Jones is also scheduled to close on March 8th for a very short refurb. That ride is set to reopen on March 12th. Keep in mind that refurbishment and reopening dates are always subject to change, so we recommend keeping a close eye on the Disneyland calendar to make sure your favorite ride is open during your next trip to the parks. We also try to do our best to keep you updated on all ride closures and reopenings, so if you're watching this video, you're already a step ahead of the game. Good for you. Now let's talk current Disney vacation deals. It's a busy time of year at Disney World with the EPCOT Festival of the Arts happening for another couple weeks. And then the Flower and Garden Festival starts in March, plus the 50th anniversary celebration is going strong. This means you're probably thinking about your next trip, and we've got details on some great deals and discounts. If you're staying at select Disney World hotels from March 6th to July 7th, 2022, you can save up to $100 per night on your trip. The amount you save will vary depending on which hotel you stay in, so make sure to check the list of participating hotels before booking. This offer is good on most nights from March 6th to July 7th, 2022. And if you're planning to stay at a Disney resort between March 11th and July 7th, Florida residents can save up to 20% on your hotel room. It's valid for select hotels and savings vary by category. You will need to have proof of residency to use this discount. And Disney's announced a new offer that gives annual pass holders up to 25% off their hotel room rates on most nights from March 11th through July 7th. And don't forget, pass holders can also save up to 25% on hotel rooms at select Disney World hotels through March 10th, 2022. So basically, you've got a continued discount there. Members of the U.S. military can also take advantage of great rates on rooms most nights from now through December 16th, 2022. For all this info, head to our website at DisneyFoodblog.com. Now, if you or someone you know is getting ready to walk down the aisle in a dress fit for a princess, you now have the chance to win that dress thanks to Disney's Fairy Tale Weddings and Good Morning America. The world's most magical wedding dress contest is the latest contest put on by Disney's Fairy Tale Weddings in collaboration with GMA. Celebrate your nuptials and the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World with a bespoke wedding gown designed as part of the ongoing celebration. And this isn't just any dress. For Disney World's 50th anniversary, Disney created a one-of-a-kind wedding dress that celebrates the landmark occasion. It's made with 15,000 beads, 3,000 crystals, and 167 yards of fabric. During the announcement on GMA, the 50th anniversary wedding dress got its own beacon of magic moment. Usually this honor is reserved for the park icons, but on TV, the 50th anniversary dress became a beacon as well. Some special projections turned the wedding dress into an iridescent beacon of magic, while Cinderella Castle became its own beacon in the background. We're pretty sure the dress doesn't come with the Beacons of Magic show, but if you do win the dress, we highly recommend creating your own magic moment during your wedding. In order to enter the contest, you'll have to put your thinking cap on and write a 200-word essay about why you or the bride-to-be should win the dress. The deadline to enter is March 9th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, and you can enter the contest on GMA's website. Now, Disney Parks photos are a great way to capture memories of you and your friends or your family at the parks. And Disney photos are art and stories all combined into one. But now you have the chance to see your park pics in a museum. The Smithsonian National Museum of American History is looking for your Disney Parks photos for an upcoming exhibition. This exhibition is about how you experience the Disney parks. So messy, funny, and tired pictures are all welcome as well. All you have to do is send your picture along with a few sentences about what that picture and your visit to a Disney park meant to you. Intergenerational stories are welcome. The exhibit is also going to show how the Disney parks and guests' experiences have changed over the years. All kinds of Disney pictures are welcome as well. If you have a photo album of your favorite Disney trip, you can send a whole page. The possibilities are endless. So if you want your Disney parks photos to be immortalized in one of the most well-known museums in the United States, then you can send your pictures and stories to nmah-disneystories@si.edu. And don't forget to include your name and the easiest way to get in contact with you. All right, restaurant and snack news, y'all. It's Cupid's Cocktail. We got a hot take you need to hear. Drinking a cocktail is automatically 10 times better when you're on the boardwalk. And we're not talking about any old boardwalk. It's the Disney World Boardwalk. And if you're looking for a quick and easy drink to sit by the water, look no further than Boardwalk Joe's. Guests can celebrate Valentine's Day with their new Cupid's Cocktail. This is made with Tito's handmade vodka, Bull's peach schnapps, cranberry juice, Minute Maid lemonade, and pure cane sugar, then garnished with a strawberry and cherry. As you can probably tell from that ingredient list, this is a sweet drink with lots of sugar. This one is $14. Ours was nice and strong, and the peach schnapps was the strongest flavor we tasted. The red sugar rim added a little extra sweetness, which went nicely with the tart cranberry and lemonade flavors. This is a flavorful little drink that manages to pack a punch. We must admit, between the sweet flavor and the bright color of this cocktail, it'd be the perfect thing to sit by the pool on a sunny day. If you like sweet, sugary cocktails, you'll probably like this one. You can get it for $14 for a limited time at Disney's Boardwalk Resorts. And yep, it's perfect for Valentine's Day. Speaking of Valentine's cocktails, we don't talk about Enzo's Hideaway Tunnel Bar and Restaurant in Disney Springs very often, so that really adds to the mystery of this place. But in all seriousness, there's some amazing places to eat in Disney Springs. Now, as part of Disney's Valentine's Day celebration, Enzo's Hideaway is now offering 3 special cocktails. The flight includes 3 drinks called Pucker Up, That's Amore, and Cupid's Arrow. Pucker Up is absolute vodka, orange liqueur, grapefruit juice, lemon juice, and strawberry syrup with a sugar rim and lemon twist. That's Amore is absolute vodka, strawberry syrup, and Baileys. Finally, Cupid's Arrow is made with orange liqueur, black cherry juice, orange juice, and lemon lime soda. These new drinks are $26 for the flight. If you're still waiting for inspiration before making Valentine's Day plans, consider this the arrow in the behind you've been waiting for. 2 restaurants at Disney Springs are having Valentine's Day specials that might interest you. Terralina Crafted Italian has some lobster ravioli with saffron sun-dried tomato cream for $36. You can follow it up with a bottle of rosé for $40 while supplies last. If your partner tends to prefer a pescatarian palate, head over to Paddlefish to check out their Valentine's Day offerings. You can indulge in Cupid's ravioli, lobster and ricotta-filled pasta with crab meat in a pink sauce for $35. And you can end your night with classic red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting for $10. These specials won't be around forever. You can get them from February 11th to the 14th, 2022 over there in Disney Springs. Now, I know you were interested in that Thin Mint donut. Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew in Disney Springs has a menu full of over-the-top treats. In addition to their regular menu options, we've also seen limited time offerings pop up for almost every occasion. And now they're back with one that is very tempting. We saw on their Instagram that they're bringing back their mint chocolate chip donut, which is inspired by the classic Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. This donut won our hearts last year. It's everything you could want from a marriage between a donut and those addictive Girl Scout cookies. Classic chocolate iced donut topped with chocolate chips, mint icing, and thin mint cookies. We had it in 2021. We felt like the mint flavor went a long way, but wasn't too overpowering. And we've got some new snacks in EPCOT. It's a good day when you find a new treat in Disney World, but it's an even better day when you find 2 new snacks to try. We experienced that magical moment when we found these new treats at the France Pavilion in EPCOT. First up, we have the new apple crumble pastry for $4.25. Back in December, we actually grabbed an apple crumble pastry from Layall, but this one's different than the one we had before. While the previous one was a sort of muffin type, this one was more of a circular croissant style treat. Essentially, this apple pastry is fluffy, buttery croissant with an apple pie-like filling, and the filling has cinnamon and multiple kinds of nuts, including walnuts and almonds from what we could tell. The top crumble portion tasted to us like a sort of oat crumble with cinnamon, and inside the pastry you'll find really big chunks of cooked apple. It was served to us at room temperature, but we could totally see this being even more amazing when warmed up. Truthfully, we loved every bite of this one. Our reporter who tried it shared that it is actually one of the best desserts they've had in Disney World in a while, and they're not even a big apple pie person. If you love apple pie, you do not want to miss out on this. Just be warned, there is a decent amount of cinnamon, so if that's not your jam, you'll want to skip it. Next up, we have our secret chocolate pastry. Well, it was a secret for us when we tried it. There was no name, but it's called the Roule Chocolat Croissant rolled with chocolate chips. This pastry again features that fluffy, buttery croissant, but this time it has a chocolate swirl. This treat had a great texture with the chocolate swirls combined with the chocolate chunks on top. And because that chocolate on top was kind of dark chocolatey, we really liked it because it had that great powerful flavor, but it wasn't overly sweet. We really enjoyed this one too. Our only complaint is that we wish there was a little more chocolate on the inside to really give it that stronger flavor, but it was still really nice as it was. You can pick these up for $4.25 each at Layall, and this spot can be very popular and have quite the line sometimes, so just keep that in mind. Now, we're pretty much professional Disney treat eaters here at DFB, but even we had to admit defeat with the latest confection we found. Sometimes Disney goes all out with their treats in terms of flavor and quality, and then sometimes Disney takes it to a whole other level and just plain goes all out. Remember the kitchen sink sundae at Beaches and Cream Soda Shop? This treat is a monstrous sundae with tons of ice cream and toppings, and we just found that it's got some competition. We were at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort when we spotted a very intriguing menu item. At the world premiere food court, we headed over to the ice cream counter where we spotted the plaque announcing the Director's Cup for $18.99. Note that when we bought this treat, it rang up as the Golden Globe Sundae, so apparently it's got a couple of names. This treat is a large plastic cup that's filled with 4 scoops of ice cream, some brownie bites, chocolate chip cookies, strawberry sauce, hot fudge sauce, caramel, whipped cream, sprinkles, and cherries. You can choose which 4 flavors of ice cream go in your sundae from the flavors list on the counter. We went with strawberry, chocolate, mint chocolate chip, and cookies and cream. The cookie that goes on top of the sundae is one large cookie that's broken into 2 pieces. We got the choice choice of a chocolate chip or M&M. We went with the classic chocolate chip. It's so colorful. There's just so much going on here. When you dig into this sundae, you might just be hitting toppings for the first few bites. There's a lot of ice cream in there, but it's all buried by brownies, cookies, whipped cream, and more. Overall, it's a really fun treat. The ice cream and toppings were delicious, although none of the individual flavors were super mind-blowing. But it's really more about the scale of this dessert, and everything tasted good. There wasn't anything bad about it, except that we think we'll have brain freeze and a sugar rush for about a month. But honestly, worth it. Now, this one does come with the souvenir cup, so that's a fun reminder about that time you ate a huge sundae in Disney World. And the menu said this dessert feeds up to 2 people, which is up to 2 people, so maybe just one person, but we thought definitely not one person. It could pretty easily satisfy 4 people at least, and it's a fun treat for kids especially. You can head to World Premiere Food Court to get one for $18.99. That's an especially good deal when you consider the kitchen sink sundae at Beaches and Cream is $35. That one's a bit bigger. The menu says it'll feed 4 people, which we've learned is a conservative guess, but we thought the experience of eating these 2 sundaes was pretty similar. Overwhelming, sweet, and delicious. In merchandise news, calling all Harmonious fans, the Spirit jersey of your dreams has arrived. We found a brand new Harmonious Spirit jersey in Epcot's Creations shop for $74.99. If you're not aware, Harmonious is Epcot's new nighttime spectacular. It features water effects, projections, fireworks, giant barges with moving arms, and lots of hit Disney songs reinterpreted by musicians from around the world. If you're a big fan of the new show, then this new Spirit jersey is for you. On the back, it features the Epcot logo and the word Harmonious. It also has a colorful design on the bottom featuring some iconic Disney characters from the show, silhouettes of icons from the various countries represented in Epcot, and more. The front features a black design with stars all around, and it has that classic Epcot Center logo on one side. If you want to grab this one, be sure to head to the Creations shop in Epcot, because we think they might go fast. As part of the 50th anniversary celebration, Disney created 50 special gold character statues that are displayed throughout all 4 Disney parks. Eventually, guests will be able to interact with these statues using new technology, but for now, they're just pretty to look at and photograph. Of course, these new statues came with new merchandise. We've been seeing mini replicas of some of the character statues sold around Disney World and online, like this $99 Tinkerbell statue sold in Bonjour Village Gifts in the Magic Kingdom. So what if you're interested in these gold character statues, but you can't bring yourself to spend the $50 to $100 it takes to buy one? Well, luckily, Disney has also released a collection of mini 50th anniversary character statues, and these ones are only $9.99. We originally found these $10 character statues online, but they sold out really quickly. Now we're happy to report that the Emporium on Main Street, USA is also selling these blind boxes. Each figure is just 2.5 inches tall, making these the teeniest and cheapest versions of the original character statues we've seen so far. Currently, there are 10 different statues to collect, so which one is your favorite? All right, Spaceship Earth fans, there's some new Spaceship Earth inspired merchandise available at Epcot. First up is this Spaceship Earth inspired button-up shirt that has the sphere's familiar geodesic pattern on it. The shirt also has light gauzy sleeves, so you can wear it in warmer weather too. The Spaceship Earth pattern is along the bottom band of the shirt as well as on the pocket and the collar. You can grab this shirt now for $79.99 at the Creations shop in Epcot. And there's a more colorful option too, these vibrant Spaceship Earth inspired shorts. These feature the Spaceship Earth pattern in blues, greens, oranges, blacks, whites, and reds. These colors are a lot of fun, and you can snag these for $36.99. The Dooney and Bourke Disney Steeds collection is now available at Uptown Jewelers in Magic Kingdom. These bags and MagicBand are covered in horses from all across Disney's filmography, like Pegasus, Maximus, and more. This is the Disney Steeds Tote. It's available for $2.98. It has an interior zipper pocket along with a front zipper pocket. The purse is also $2.98. The satchel is a bit smaller, and it's $2.28. And they also released a MagicBand, which is $48. And if you still love wearing Magic Bands, listen up. We found a new limited release Magic Band in Disney World that will put you in the mood for springtime. Over at the Frontier Trading Post in Frontierland, we found a new Princess and the Frog Tiana Magic Band. You might be thinking, where's Tiana? Well, allow us to show you. This new Magic Band is a pretty teal color and features Princess Tiana surrounded by pretty spring flowers. There's also a special message that reads, "Be you, it's beautiful." The other side of the band is full of floral illustrations, and this cute one won't stick around for long. It's part of a limited release of 3,000. If you don't plan on visiting Disney World anytime soon, the MagicBand is also available online. You can buy the new Princess and the Frog-inspired MagicBand for $39.99 in the parks or on Shop Disney. Check out the 50th anniversary Castle and Gold Mickey Funko Pop. This collectible set comes with a Cinderella Castle figure with the 50th anniversary coloring and a golden Mickey figure for $39.99. We spotted this set at the Emporium in Magic Kingdom, and we expect it won't stick around for too long. 50th anniversary souvenirs do tend to sell out pretty fast when they first come out, so you want to hurry if you're hoping to get this one. We haven't spotted it online yet, but we are keeping an eye out. Now, some mini ears are epic, while other mini ears are just, confusing. We've been bewildered by ears that reminded us of Grandma's couch, or ears that arrived just a bit late to the party, and now we can add these new Belle Ears to that formidable list. We've already seen these Beauty and the Beast Belle mini ears in Disneyland and on Shop Disney, and now they've arrived in Disney World. We found them at Emporium in Magic Kingdom for $34.99. These ears feature a gold sequin bow with a 3D gold enchanted rose in the center, along with clear plastic ears filled with gold sequins and decorated with Belle emoji screen art. On one ear, Belle is smiling and winking, and on the other, it looks like she's blowing a kiss. They kind of look like an emoji version of Belle from the mobile game Disney Emoji Blitz. You can find these ears on Shop Disney, but you can also find them at both Disneyland and Disney World for $34.99. And that's what we've got for you this week. We love giving you all this information every Saturday, but if you want all the Disney news as soon as it happens, then sign up for our newsletter. It's 100% free, and all the latest Disney news stories are sent straight to your inbox. Follow us on social media at Disney Food Blog for even more Disney. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, I'm AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.